PPD made sure that he changed it to East.
I have 100 ping, so it's most definitely East.
TA is a little bit curious because not so much against Lina, but when there's a bounty hunter roaming around with presumably an Orb of Venom, it can be kind of disastrous for Templar. If bounty hunter has a good game and if they don't have a lot of protection for him in mid. So we'll see. Also, he doesn't have many instances of damage as far as dot damage for Lina, but if he goes for like a 0-2 or 0-1-1 build early on at level 2, to where he gets a Fiery Soul proc or 2, he's just going to auto attack down the refraction charges, and then it's not going to be as safe for the Templar as you might think.
Right.
So we'll see. I think if they give him enough protection in mid, he'll be okay, but they need to keep tabs on this bounty hunter, and I think they really do need to give him a sentry ward in mid. In fact, Aoi even has his own sentry to possibly counter out the other sentry if it does come down. Yeah. We'll see if that happens.
That's going to be interesting. G doesn't have a ward yet. They could send it to him. Does anyone have detection? It's the 2 sentries are on F and G as of right now, so it's... We'll see what they do with them. We'll see how they lane this up, especially. For now, AUI is going to be at the top rune spot with Smail. Nearby is going to be Universe on the Tusk. So it looks like they'll give Universe maybe a little bit of help with AUI, much like they did in the first game. But this is a very roaming-oriented hero for AUI. I would be surprised to see him stay in one particular lane for a long period of time. He'll try to go for a courier snipe, perhaps. He'll try to be a nuisance in any of the lanes, in particular mid if they can. And they'll go from there. And then Fear should get he should have a pretty good time. But like you meant, this is something we talked about in the draft, is the Keeper of the Light and how effective he can be at pushing out waves, keeping the creep wave under the tower for Fear. How much help are they going to give Fear down to the bottom lane is another question that we've yet to answer. So
well, they know that they're going to go at least some kind of aggro lane here from VP because they have a ward scouting them out in the bottom rune. They saw Gyro take it and walk towards the bottom wave, so they have an idea of what's going on. It's going to be a solo Spear Breaker in the safe lane for now. And we'll see if Aoi can get anything done here in terms of killing couriers. Lil is sitting at the tower maybe to deliver the courier here to G once he gets his bottle. And G, look at already his refractions have been cut down, and that's without Fiery Soul. And look at the damage coming out from Samael. Here comes Aoi
wants
too.
To go. Is this first blood? He's in a refraction for 2 seconds.
It is.
Can he get it off? No! First blood for AUI 2000. They were not expecting that. Maybe they should have been. They didn't give him the sentry ward. They just kind of had it on Lil. That was awkward as hell for British Pro.
He just let his refractions get taken away. Nice play there from Lil. You can actually use a tango to kill out a ward instantly, so it's not like you have to fight them to attack it.
Yeah.
Nice play there. But I think G just took way too much damage and just didn't respect the amount of damage that can come from Alina without having your refraction charges available to you.
Fear will have the creep wave under his tower now. He'll blood rage himself, and that means he can heal up a little bit as well. And the amount of damage you'll take, the amount of damage you give as well is astronomical. So I'm excited to see what Fear does with the Bloodseeker, especially because he has not died this entire series, which I still find absolutely unbelievable. See how things turn out there. But so far, Tusk versus Spearbreaker matchup top lane. How's that matchup? That seems interesting.
It's actually pretty good for the Spearbreaker, I think. Normally, I mean, it's kind of okay for both, but I think Spearbreaker excels in 1v1 matchups that aren't like a, like a Quap or a Razor or something like that.
Yeah.
This is melee versus melee. If he gets some lucky bashes, he can't punish him in lane. So I think that he's going to have actually, for once, a favorable lane here in this laning stage.
Yeah, I think so as well. DK Phobos is, we'll see how things go here. Bottom lane, they already mana leaked Fear. He doesn't really care about mana that much until he has Blood Right. You have your Blood Rage, which doesn't really cost much. The good thing for Fear is that he can go to jungle if he really absolutely needs to. He can buy Quelling Blade, head to the jungle, and farm there. I mean, is it slower? Absolutely. But this is a trial lane that he does have to deal with, so something to keep in mind. DK Phobos getting a bash up and a charge as well onto Universe. They're exchanging blows. Universe will salve. Dragon Slave, there's going to be the courier coming in. AUI can't get it, but they'll use the SA on G instead. He's got bottle charges. UCF is a salve as well. He will get it off just in time. That's a little bit more dangerous than it needed to be for G, but he'll bottle Crow now, and he'll continue to just try to CS here.
Hopefully that courier gets upgraded as soon as possible for him, because he's going to need it. He's up to 11 CS compared to 14 for Lina, so Samael doing a bit better here. Obviously that kill helping out a bit, and obviously with the Bounty Hunter roaming around, it does help him too. And it looks like Bounty Hunter just wants to secure more farm on the Lina than put pressure up top. I don't know if he can get the kill up onto DK Phobos unless he takes a ton of damage beforehand.
Yeah, it's tough.
So
I think DK Phobos has to make some mistake for that to happen. But
Universe is farming very well up in this top lane.
Yeah, 18 last hits. He's actually on the leaderboard in terms. He's top right now. He's tied up with that Lina. So exceptional job for Universe for now. 15 last hits for the Gyrocopter bottom. Fear is sitting at 12, and as I mentioned, he's just going to go right to the jungle. Blood Rage himself, and he died to the neutral. No. Oh, that's disastrous. Oh, the Hellbear Smasher gives him the good old right click. Oh, that was not what he was expecting.
First death of the series happens to a neutral at the 3-minute mark.
That's not great. Now there's an ensnare and, of course, the beautiful Rock Barrage. PPD will try to fly away. He won't be able to get out, but they do have the Cold Embrace. Here comes Fear. Blood Rage is available. Should he use it? AUI's walking in as well. Fear will Blood Rage himself and go to work on Illidan. No, it Blood Rage is Illidan. AUI, last right click will get the job done. They have Shuriken Toss ready to go. They have Shadow Strike as well. He's got that beautiful Orb of Venom slowing him down. They have the Keeper of the Light coming in. They'll try to avoid the blast, not doing much there. They're going to Blood Rage Lil again. Mana Leak goes on AUI, but they get another kill, and Fear comes right back into the lane after dying to the neutrals and gets 2 quick kills. Or at least helps get them.
I wonder, there maybe was a chance to get that kill faster if Lil... I'm wondering if you wanted to Riptide a little bit earlier so they have a longer duration of the negative armor. It's not much. He actually put 2 points in net instead of 2 points in the Riptide, which is really interesting.
Observer Ward up on the high ground. Now Sumail getting chased down. Dragon Slave ready to go. PPD's here with his Cold Embrace if necessary. And Snare's going to fly through. They're going to Riptide. They can Cold Embrace him next if they want to. LSA comes out. No Arctic Burn. Lil is still in trouble. Last right click. Dragon Slave gets the kill. Side Blade will not jump over to Sumail to get the kill for G. Despite some mistakes for EG, they're still getting the better end of these trades for the most part.
I don't know. VP just seems like they're not right in the groove this series. They seem to something just seems to be a little bit off. Gee, he's up to 24 CS, so despite that death and despite the Lil coming in and feeding one off, he's still doing okay in terms of CS. And with Refraction up, it's not as threatening knowing that Sumail's going to hit level 6 here soon and has the Laguna Blade. But with a constant roam coming out from the mid lane, it is something to be a little bit fearful of. And now, here comes some creeps hitting him too. Sumail trying to bottle up so he has enough of that Laguna, because since he was tanking the creeps, that means refraction charges do diminish quite quickly, so it's something you have to be a little bit careful of.
Early point in that, or early Void Stone rather, he's clearly going for Eul Scepter, no real shocker there. Side Trap not going to get taken down, so Sumail will have to be wary of that. There was a charge coming in from DK Phobos, but he did cancel it. It's back up and ready to go again. There are 3 heroes mid. Fear, for some reason, rotated. I'm not quite sure why. Might have just been farming jungle camps and decided to back away. Looks like he's just going to try to choke point jungle now. Bottom lane has been disastrous for him. Besides getting those couple of kills, he can't really farm. Now Sumail going to get caught out, but he's going to get Cold Embrace. And they're going to try to jump on G. Arctic Bird's not there. LSA misses completely. Universe looking for a snowball, can't find it. Sentry's going to be up on the deck. They thought he was going to be melded, but he wasn't. So 3 heroes. It's a giant party mid. Everybody's invited, except for AUI. He's just sitting bottom. And it's the last time you've seen a bounty hunter just farm up in a lane, because that's what's happening right now. Well, mid snowball going in. G's going to get caught. Another great Cold Embrace, Splinter Blast. Great Ice Shards. Walrus Punch. That'll be on FNG. He'll go down to 1 more right click from Universe. Now the LSA onto G as well, but he's got still more refraction charges to work with. DK Phobos could be the target instead. Here comes Fear. They'll use the Blood Rage onto DK Phobos, but won't chase any further than that. And so they take down the old man, but that's it.
Oh boy, this looks almost kind of ugly early on. At least they're getting some solo experience now for the Naga. And Illidan's just been farming up a storm.
That is
bottom. I did not mean to make that pun at all, by the way. But he's doing quite well, which is, I think, is okay for VP. It's not like you're free farming an anti-mage or something like the last game. It's just a Bloodseeker. Here comes the charge. They do have dust. He should be dead. Yeah, he's dead.
Rocket Barrage will clean up the kill, and Illidan will pick up some extra gold for himself. Fear will rotate. He does have his Rupture ready to go. PPD's going to come in. He'll throw up the Arctic Burn. Rupture's going to fly, and Illidan doesn't have a TP. Will throw up the call down instead. They didn't use the Blood Rage on him. Now there's going to be a snowball roaming, and they get the kill on Phobos. Illidan's going to get Walrus Punch, and the last right click for Universe will secure the kill. All right. And so much for that trade. AUI goes down, but Fear is involved in 2 quick ones there, so that's nice.
You've got to make sure you always have that TP scroll up against ready for the Bloodseeker, one of the hard counters against the hero in general, and they don't have Their stuns are coming out from Lina in mid lane, but without her, you don't have a level 6 up on the Wyvern yet, so I think he would have got out in time.
Close, though. QPD will have that 6, and you won't have that luxury if that is available. Charge up under Sumail. Snowball coming in. AUI is here, and G is alone, and he's right under that Sentry Ward. There's no way he's going to be able to meld or just survive in general. Universe will pick up the kill on the Templar Assassin. Kills all over the place. They have such good roaming potential with a Bounty Hunter, with a Tusk. They've gotten kills because of it. Now they're making more space for Fear Bottom as well.
And Sumail getting the Illusion Rune is so good against TA too, because it just cuts through that refraction.
Like a creep wave.
And you mentioned they don't have many clear ways of cutting through refraction, but they're just doing it like manually. Like just through tons of auto attacks or spamming out the wave and then catching them off guard so the creeps actually take it off for them. Orb of Venom is there, which is probably their best counter to or way to deal with it, but it's not even been necessary most of the time. Just through, like, look at auto attacks from these illusions. Their refraction's now done, at least for a couple more seconds.
And his cooldown's ready to go now, but almost level 6 in AUI 2000, but bottom lane, Winter's Curse comes out on a DK Phobos, Rupture onto Illidan, and Ice Shard Snowball comes in, Aura's punches, well, they're going to try to turn this, good call down coming in, and the Illuminate doing a ton of damage, a shit ton if you will. Cold Embrace comes out, they'll all stay alive, however. PPD keeping everybody fighting fit, DK Phobos, he is thirsted up, but he's ready to get out, he'll walk away. I can't say the same for G, who died mid lane, which I did not catch on the Templar Assassin.
And the solo kill for Sumail. He has enough for his, I think he actually needs just like 300 gold for his Sobi mask, and he'll have his Yules at just the 10-minute mark. So this is getting out of hand quickly here.
Not the first time we've seen a 10-minute Yules from
Definitely
Sumail,
not.
You know? This has been a common occurrence here in Dota Pit, honestly. He even gets a regen room, because why the hell not? And Fear has a Gloves of Haze. I don't know if this is for a Maelstrom or for a Midas. I'm not sure which is more common.
It's going to be the Midas for sure.
Yeah. All right, that made sense. I just wanted to make sure I covered both options. I try to take this Ancient stack. He's getting dove currently. Universe jumps in, gets an easy kill. Owner just called by the announcer. This game's more ugly than the first game was, and that game was pretty. I mean, even last game was pretty ugly too.
They've all been ugly if you're a VP fanboy.
Yeah, truly. VP fanboys are feeling it. They are not having a great day currently. And it's not looking like they're going to turn this game 3 around. I mean, it's a possibility, but they're just not getting enough, honestly. And this could be a quick 3-0 sweep coming out from Evil Genius. It's a very fast 3 or 5 game, rather, best of 5 series. Interesting.
Potentially the fastest best of 5 series I've ever been a part of or seen. Top lane, here comes some TP.
Good song from Will just to cover the retreat. He'll try to TP now. There'll be a call down just to cover the retreat. He's actually missed time to only get the second hit off, but they don't lose any hero, and that's really the great thing. Sumail is very slow from that call down second hit.
It's actually weird that they even use the call down, because now they know they can push. They see him, they know he has no call down. They're actually going to use the Arctic Burn from PPD.
Curse. If you want to slow him down,
catch him. I think he should.
There it is. Arctic Burn's going to come out. LSA will fly through. No, just kidding. Just give him the zap. Give him the casual R button. And Sumail gets another kill, which was a track kill, I believe.
Yep, you got the track off right before. Now FNG trying to put a ward down bottom. They should see that though, because he's standing on top of a defensive ward from EG2. Wasn't pinged out, but they obviously know he's here. Here comes the first TP from Bounty. He should be invis when he TP's out. Yep, he is. I think he can get a solo kill onto this. Yeah, I think he can.
Crack, dogs. Charge. It's not enough damage. Oh, he dies to the neutral. That's unfortunate. AUI's gonna get bashed up. He'll die. So Rupture on DK Phobos. He doesn't have charge for 3. Blood Right could go through. There it is. Now the sun's up. Yeah, he's definitely dead. All right, they get a track kill on the Spirit Breaker. They may not get the Keeper of the Light, but at least they get 1 kill there.
EG's movement has been just stellar in every single game. Like, they're not letting VP get anything. So like they see him down here. They already got they got a kill up top. They got a tower, but they're also TPing immediately down bottom. Not just 1 hero, not just 2, but like 3 heroes down there, and making sure they get everything they can, not giving VP any room to get out of the slump that they're in. So their team play has just been really impressive.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. And VP seemed to be floundering at this point, and that could be, we could argue that it's a ping issue, we could argue that it's a draft issue, we could argue about a lot of things, but the real issue is that VP are just not having a great time. One way to rectify that is to get an early Roshan, which Virtus.pro have the potential to do. They have a double damage run on the Templar Assassin, Meld's up to level 2, and it's dropping quickly, and FNG doesn't provide the most in right click, but it could be enough. Maybe EG check for this, though. They could have the AUI roam in and just go for it, but instead they're going to push the 2-2 tower. Illidan might have to die for this. Bloodright will miss. The Shuriken Toss long range actually connects from a creep and then goes to the track unit, I believe is what he did. And that'll be an easy kill. It's a track kill on top of it as well. They smoke up. Oh, they're going to go to Roche. PPD has Winter's Curse, and guess what? He is low. PPD, no! Oh, no, that's not real. PPD got baited. He does the Arctic Burn. There, Roche, he's going to go in now. Is he going to use the Winter's Curse? Gonna try to take Roche here. Meanwhile, Sumail gets killed on the backside. There's the Winter's Curse. Roche is gonna get taken. They're gonna snatch for PPD. No! G got it in the end. They do take the Roche on the side of Evil Geniuses. G almost killing PPD. He'll get him. The refraction going to work. He finally loses that Aegis. Walrus Punch onto Lil. Song's gonna come out. And they will be able to escape with G, it looks like. Lil might not be so lucky. TP, he'll make it through. That was a lot closer than it should have been. They didn't get the Roche gold, but they got the Aegis, but that only kept him alive for a small period of time. So even Evil Geniuses are able to punish that.
I think PPD didn't have time to use the Cold Embrace. I think he was waiting as long as he could. I think he was thinking he could kill and waste the Aegis there from G and then use the Cold Embrace afterwards, or maybe just TP out. But he saved it too long. Unfortunately, he died. I think he could have actually maybe got out of there, but nonetheless, they did get, I think the Radiant got it, yeah, because it said it snatched it from Dire. So Radiant got the full experience and gold from that.
Right.
PPD is up to level 8, almost 9 onto the Winter Wyvern.
Yeah.
Definitely a trade that they're willing to take.
They have a mech
17
now
to
for
5,
well.
man. Holy crap.
12,000 net worth lead at 15 minutes.
Is it really that bad?
It's really that bad.
Oh my god.
And Sumail's not even at his Aghanim's after we went for an early Blink Dagger. He said, I don't need that extra damage just yet. We're killing people just fine on our own. Fear has had a Midas. That's the only real item he's got. Yeah, I think he has something coming out now. It's a Mithril Hammer, which should be the beginnings of a BKB, I imagine.
Yeah, towards a BKB, I think.
No, all right. 15.5 minutes, and game's not over yet, but there's going to have to be some serious work done by G and Illidan, because everybody else is not really contributing at this point. It's just not great.
Well, I mean, what more can we say about this? EG, they have all the farm. Here comes an ultimate, double ultimate onto G. Here comes a call down too. We'll see how much it can do. Not much.
There's the track up an Illidan as well. Here comes Fear just going to work to slow us up. They have the Arctic Burn. Mech comes through to keep EG fighting fit and ready to go for another one. Fear almost has his BKB. He's less than 1,000 gold away from it. And they're going to go for a 2-2 tower. Luckily, there's some good counter push. Okay, so that's one thing we can't talk about, is that Virtus.pro do have really good counter push with the Illuminate. They have Side Blades, Flat Cannon, Rocket Barrage, Riptide. They have ways to deal with pushing waves out, but they just need to survive that long. Oh my god!
What's that mod?
Alright, you know what? Forget it. You know what? There's no counter push when you get Laguna Blade to the face. Which also, by the way, they made sure they got that track off before they got that kill. So, about that.
Oh boy. What a series just for EG. Oh, here comes the illusion punched from Universe. I don't think he really cares. It's a low cooldown. And
this is about as good a performance as they want going into TI5. Like, this is a dominant performance.
It really is. I mean, it's really hard. I'm kind of speechless. I don't know what more to say. I think the draft has been on point. I think the rotations have been really, really solid. It seems like their lanes are just always one step ahead of what VP wanted. Yeah, they got a bit better of the bottom lane, but they crushed mid. They absolutely destroyed mid. Top, Universe did a bit better than I thought he should have done. Like I said, it's a relatively even matchup, but I think that Universe also just did a lot better than he should have done. He's a very, very good laning player.
Yeah, absolutely.
People don't realize that about him. He makes a lot of plays with, you know, initiating kind of heroes like Clockwork and of course Batrider when it was popular, but people also don't really realize that Universe is one of the best laners. Like, he's very, very good at solo, like 1v1. And when you have instances like this, when you can actually see him go 1v1 against relatively even matchups, you can see how he pulls ahead, and it's just very impressive.
Yeah, he makes a lot of space for his team after he has that laning victory, and then goes from there. I want to point out something that's, I think, pretty interesting, is that you go back to Dota Pit Season 2, and these two particular... Well, hold that thought. Sumail's getting jumped on. Winter's Curse could come out. PPD's got it ready to go. They might need to use it on a G. Sumail getting chased down. Sideblade's doing a lot of damage. Look at that Arctic Brain Slow, though. They'll take PPD instead. The Dragon Slave comes in. LSA's not going to connect. PPD Cold Embrace. Here comes Fear. They have the Blood Rage on Fear, and G gets blown up by that, and, of course, the Laguna. Great Winter's Curse to stop DK Phobos from charging. Long range from PPD, and they turn 2.
Do you see where he cast that from? Right here, and the charge was going that way.
Yeah.
That's some long range.
Yep.
That must have been very outside of that radius there.
Yep.
Nicely done.
I was going to point out that this was the series last season that made EG disband, or was one of the factors in EG's disband.
And against Virtus Pro, right?
Yep. They lost the series 3-2. No. That's not happening right now. unless some disastrous stuff happens. They're taking Miracle for Virtus Pro at this point, I think. Blood Right's gonna go, Illidan's gonna get caught out, Call Down will go. The song, the Splinter Blast, just does so much damage, and Illidan has to TP away.
Ooh.
They will take down the Tusk. That's a make a kill spree. Here comes Fear, gets ensnared up. That's particularly great. Now there's the BKB. They kill FNG. Fear is, I don't know where he's going, but he's out of here. He doesn't want to fight. He's just going to zoom away. Shurikatos will go through it. DK Phobos, Lil, and G. And Fear is a freaking race car. We'll call him, I don't know, I guess.
Marty McFly impression right here.
Huh. 88 miles per hour. DK Phobos is going to get away, and I think Fear could have fought that, maybe, but...
Yeah, I thought he was going to just BKB and go ham, but he just booked it past those towers.
I think he might have been looking for Illidan or something. He's like, oh, wait, he's back at base. I can't chase that down. There's, by the way, an Aghanim Scepter for Lina now. Give him the Blood Rage. I want to see the damage.
Yep.
Dyer's top
level 2, it's probably in the... What is the percentage here for Blood Rage?
40%.
Oh, DK Phobos sitting on the high ground. Are you thinking about charging in on PPD? It's too hard. It's too hard. Like, there's 5 heroes here, and they can't go on 2 of them. So it's really scary stuff.
Yeah. That's how you know you're in a rough spot.
And, yeah, it's 40%, so... Just under half. It's going to be about 1,000, I think. Something like that.
Roughly 1,000. Then you have 945 since our reduction, man. That's a level 3 ult, pretty much. That is 5 away from level 3 ult. Get to that level 16 Sumail and just one-shot any hero on the map. Except G if he has Refraction up.
1330 at level 3, is that what you said?
1330.
So
anybody have more than that?
Spirit Breaker has 1347.
If he gets hit with 1 hit of anything and then gets Laguna Bladed, he's dead. Assuming there's the Blood Rage on Sumail. Well, I mean, he's not 16 yet, so the point is moot anyways. Sumail will TP top lane. They clearly want to defend this tower. It is not in deny range. It is not in deny range yet. Is it going to be in deny range? Yes. Well timed.
Top tower has been denied.
Well memed, friend Sumail.
Picks up the mana boots. Maybe looking towards a Bloodstone or something. Actually, I guess you could turn those mana boots, those arcane boots, into an Octarine core.
Yes, that's nice.
This is all luxury at this point, considering EG are now up just about 20k gold at 21 minutes.
Roche
almost
is also
maintaining
respawn,
that.
by the way.
What's that?
Roche is respawn, by the way.
Yes.
I want to point out, if the game were to end right now, Fear's only death would come at the hand of neutrals this series.
That's true.
The little stats that make you happy. Illidan is just desperately trying to finish up the BKB, and he is not close. Universe has a freaking Shadowblade, for God's sakes, plus a Blink Dagger. They are rich, man. Track gold is absurd if you can get it. If you can get ahead. Pretty fantastic.
Well, they have vision of them walking over here. I think FNG might be in trouble. They just used the Shadow Blade from Universe. He's going to run in here. I heard a Winter's Curse in mid. At the same time, they're going on FNG. So G's in trouble in mid, FNG's in trouble in bottom.
One Seeker gets the kill mid on G. DK Phobos. Good cold embrace coming out. DK Phobos will get chased down. AY does clean up the Keeper of the Light. Gems on the deck, by the way. Dragon Slave Laguna Blade. We'll see you later, Ilden. And they even get the Yules up onto Unfortunate Lil here. Fear on the other side gets a kill. Monster kill, double kill. In the base, by the way. That's a 5-man wipe. And I think that's it, Tralf. I don't know how much fight Virtus Pro has left in them, but EG has... I don't even want to use the word dominated because I think it's too much of an understatement for this series.
Yeah, I would agree. Chat on them. I mean, this is the most one-sided best of 5 series I've ever seen.
Yeah.
They didn't give them a chance to really. I guess in the beginning stages of Game 2, the laning phase looked pretty good from VP, but that's about the best we've seen.
So yeah, that's what I would give them as well. And this is not like we're not saying Virtus Pro. These guys are very solid players. You could argue that the ping issue was definitely a huge thing, and maybe they just weren't in the right mindset because this is an online tournament going into, of course, TI, which is really where everyone's focused on, but. But at the same time, there's a lot of money at stake here going into this grand finals.
Oh, and also, I mean, ET didn't they just beat them at ESL? And wouldn't you like to get a little bit of revenge and just practice against the team that knocked you out? So, yeah, it's just really nice performance here from EG. Obviously, it's not over, but when almost every single member is more farmed than every single other respective member on BP.
Except PPD again.
Yeah. Oh,
Fear?
Charge on the Fear. He does pop KKB.
He's Blood Rage, though. He's taking a bit of damage. The Blood Right will go out, and he's dead. That's a huge kill. That's a monstrous kill. That is the first death that did not come to neutrals for Fear this entire series. And that is 1,200. That is a lot more than 1,200 gold. That's 3,000 gold for Virtus Pro. That's an insane amount of money for one particular hero.
And that's a straight up Vlad's for Spirit Breaker.
That'll do it.
Is there a chance? Oh, we do have a Gyrocopter.
They haven't taken racks yet.
Gyrocopter is actually more farmed than the Bounty Hunter now. So,
all right,
moving on up.
The road to game number 4 starts here for Virtus Pro.
That's right.
It's a hard road. It's a long road, but
I think you're going to need an Aghanims on Keeper to actually maybe possibly think about winning this, but he's not even close.
Ooh,
oh, nice try from Owie.
That was
he used the track, tries to get the ninja toss. Wasn't able to connect.
That's a very cool change, by the way. I'm a big fan.
It.
We don't see it, unfortunately, enough, but AUI with a full Guardian Greaves on a Bounty Hunter. He's only level 10. He's only got level 1 track. This is just indicative of how much they've been fighting. The levels aren't really there. That's a Silver Edge, by the way, for Fear. Why the hell not? That really do that.
It's actually not bad. Like, people always think about the what's that thing called? Where the break ability, but the damage reduction on like say a hero like Gyrocopter is actually pretty impressive too.
What's the damage reduction?
I think it's
40%. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. So if you jump on him, he throws down the call down, and it doesn't really do much.
You Blood Rage yourself, and then you Silver Edge whoever's hitting you,
sure,
and it's negated. DK Phobos got LSA. They have Laguna, and D gets the kill with it. He's out of mana. Blood Right coming in, call down as well. Aeolid trying to TP is not going to make it. They clear up 2 heroes, including FNG. And everyone else was bottom trying to kill that tier 1 tower, which they did kill, but Gyro might have to buy back to defend here. They are low on mana currently for EG. Universe has done Smell's regenning slowly but surely. And I think each one extra fiery soul procs. I'm not sure what that was.
Oh, if you could know, there's actually a regen bottom river too. That'd be so big for him. Picks up the boosted travel in the middle of his soul booster. So, tons of mobility for him.
Dyer's courier
this ranged Rex. Dire Courier is going to get killed by, I think it was Sumel. 1,600 gold on it. That's a BKB, I believe. It is Illidan's BKB. Mid Rax now in trouble. No buyback from Illidan, and this should be Rax mid. Which is nice. They won't get the melee Rax, though. They'll back away. They're a little too afraid, and that's understandable. Sumel had no mana really to work with, which means no Laguna Blade. Universe was kind of low on mana as well. AUI had Guardian Greaves, but you don't want to use it defensively there just to get more mana, which is understandable. Roshan's up, and that should be the next objective for EG, who are currently winning 31-8 at 27.5 minutes. And I don't know really what else to say.
Well, they're picking out Roshan. They have mid and top pushing just a little bit. They're going to push out bottom. I imagine take Roshan and then end the game after that. There's really nothing stopping them. Vlad's now picked up for the Bounty Hunter, so that's a ton of extra armor for his team. Again, too, I'd like to stress the point of just how good Guardian Greaves are, that once you're low, not only can you heal yourself by activating them, but the passive ability of giving yourself both 15 health regen and 15 armor is just insane.
That's pretty great.
It's completely insane to me. It just does so much extra help for heroes that are just trying to run away with just a sliver of HP.
When you're closing a game out as well, there's nothing really better. Making sure that you have that extra armor and regen to work with, so. Sumail is going to be, I imagine, finishing up this Octarine core. I don't even know if he needs one. Like, you already have pretty quick cooldown on all of your abilities. Bloodstone almost feels like it'd be better because of the mana issues he's had, but Octarine core, sure, why not?
Octarine is so good on hero, like any hero like this, because it's going to reduce his boot to travel, his blink, his Yule Scepter.
They blood raged him for a second. He was looking for Illidan. He was looking for him for a moment.
Can he one-shot him?
Oh, I think he can. Yeah. Go get him, Sumail. Not gonna last much longer. G does have refraction. They can't bring him down, so.
They need like a Kunkka on their team so they can X him too.
God.
So he just blinks in,
the combo.
one shots, and then gets an X back safely.
Here's gonna go ahead and Silver Edge Roche and big chunk done. Ice Sigil as well. Pretty good against this big guy. There's a gem on Universe too. And Sumail's now 3 Fiery Soul stacks, and dear God, with a Desolator, this guy falls so quickly. Fear will get the Aegis, and they'll defend top. They want to make sure everything's pushed out. They don't want to give an inch to Virtus Pro.
He's gonna blink, get his Octarine, I think.
Oh my God.
Or he's just gonna one-shot this guy.
37.5 second cooldown Laguna. 6.5 second Dragon Slave, 5.5 second roughly. DK Phobos, what are you doing, man? Rupture goes and Bloodright might hit, not gonna connect. Good Yules onto Sumail just to make sure he doesn't get hit up with the Nether Strike. So, all right, Blood Rage him again.
I want to see this. I want to see this. Blood Rage himself, you selfish bastard.
Fear, don't do it, man. You're taking too much damage. Turn around, Blood Rage Sumail. He's gonna do it next. No, Fear. Oh. They're gonna try.
He has a Yules. He has a Yules.
They'll Yules himself. Fear, not Blood Raging. Snowball comes out. Sumail gets Cold Embraced. They Blood Rage him. No, they're not gonna do it. He just Lagunas and kills him anyway through the BKB. Illidan's dead for 50 seconds. Blood Rage does not come out on Delina. We were looking for it. They're gonna just chase down FNG on that frickin' deer. Fuck, whatever you want to call it. He's dead. DK was finally respawning, but at this point the game is all but over. They just need to take down this bottom 2-3 bottom racks. They can't take down top tier 3 and racks because there's the tier 2. But EG should just finish this one up here in a moment.
Well, we know that VP do like to play it out until Mega Creeps, or at least until the throw-in's starting to get hit. So.
There's no reason not to. This is a game, series-ending fight, series-ending set of moments.
Talk to me about like what happens after. Like, what are the implications? Do VP now?
They play against the winner of Cloud9 versus NIP. They are still guaranteed third place, but they will not be. EG are guaranteed second place, which is a lot of money. And I don't have it off the top of my head, but that's still a decent chunk of cash coming in. And all right, see you later, FNG. They blood raged him as well, which was not needed. Sumail is actually in kind of some trouble. He is Cold Embrace, but they're going to kill DK Phobos on the backside. Bloodright. Sumail is 1v3ing them at this point. Sumail will finally go down. No, finally. G just taken down with the last right click. A Pyrrhic victory for Virtus Pro, but in the end, it's all for naught. Virtus Pro gets swept. 3-0 for EG up against Virtus Pro. They'll be moving out of the grand finals of Dota Pit, the likely favorites to play up against either Cloud9, Virtus Pro, or NIP. Fantastic.
I gotta say, this is the most dominant I've seen EG in a long time. They just came off of a pretty good performance in the ESL, but this was on another level. I know that some of them are landing now. I think 3 out of 5 members are now landing. I don't know if all 5 are going to. I have to ask Sumail and see if he's going to actually join them in Boston.